Hello, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed your spring break. So today we're gonna introduce a new concept, modeling threads. So we're gonna do an external thread. When you take the design for manufacturing, you will able to do the same thread using the CNC machine. So let's do the drawing first. Go to the file, select a new, and add a new part. So then now we will start our sketch. Please go to the front line, add the center line. This center line should be a horizontal and go pass through the origin. Try to make it slightly larger than 3 inches. Now we're gonna start adding our part. So go above the center line for like about 1/4 of an inch. You don't need to be very precise. We can adjust it later using smart dimension. So then add your elements for your part. So if you want to avoid any relationship, you can just hold into control and continue. But for this part, it's pretty convenient. Now we will start adding the dimensions for the part. So make it at 0.3 inch. Make sure you are using the IBS unit. You can check it by moving your cursor in the bottom right, and you see it, it's on the IBS unit. Then we can add the second point. So this is would be 1.3 inches. Then we will add the third dimension. So this is gonna be 1.55 inches. Then finally we'll add the final dimension. So this is gonna be 3 inches. Then we will start adding the vertical dimension. So from the origin to your part, it should be 0.25 inch. Then we will add the second dimension from the origin for the first part, which is 1/2 inch. Then we add the third one from here up to here, which is 0.625 inches. Then we add the final dimension, which is 0.75 inches. Then we can add the geometrical constraint. So this line with this line are collinear. Now try to make your dimensions slightly smooth because we're gonna represent them when we finish the part. So try to make them distinct from each other. After you finish your sketch, we can go to revolve. Go to revolve and make sure you are revolved around the center line and choosing the blind and click on yes. So then you will have your feature extruded. or revolve around the center line. Now we will start adding the thread. So go to the whole wizard, then select the arrow underneath it. You will see there is an option called the thread. Select the thread. So there will be a pump up some messages because you have just used it for the first time. Just ignore them and click on OK. Now we will select the first edge. Then please select the face where you want to present the thread. Okay. And please go to the offset and add 0.0625 inches. Now we will go to the end face. So you're gonna change the view. Please reverse the direction. Now select, there's multiple options, a blind revolution and up to selection. So select up to the. Now make the other face up to selection with offset of 0.0625 and click on yes. Selection and select the face. You will notice that the thread start is showing up. So now we will add the specification for the thread. So you're gonna choose inch die, and there is multiple options, and all these options are standard. So go to 1.25 and then select cut to thread. Then so we will add a right hand thread. So generally in mechanical application, most of the thread are right hand threads. Only few application use the left hand thread. For example, for the propane gas tank. Elsewhere, usually we use the right hand thread. So as you finish, you can just click on OK. You can show it in the ISO view or different views. Now we want to mimic the same part over here. So instead of drawing the whole thing, I'm gonna select the mirror. So the mirror face will be this part over here. So select this plane. Now we want mirror a feature as we used to. So we want to mirror a body. So select the body over here and select it. So it will be highlighted. Please make sure you click on the merge solid because this will add them as a one part. If you didn't add it, so it will be treated as a two parts. So you have your part semi-finished. It needs some finishing process, so we will add a chamfer. So select the 4 edges. After you highlight the 4 edges, go to fillet, click in the arrow underneath it and select the chamfer. So you will see there is a 4 selected edges. Make sure you have selected the proper one. So now we will add a point of 5 and make it at 45 degrees and click on yes. You will see, notice there is a difference in finishing for the thread. So it's finished. Please go to save and save it as thread external. Now we will add the drawing. So go and make a drawing from this part. So it asks you which type of a paper you're gonna use. So if you, for example, want to print them in your laptop using the A4, you can still use it. But here we will use the A and SI landscape. Click on yes. So we can add the views. So here's the first view. And here's the second. And still we can also add the eyes view. So make the eyes view shaded. Now we want to add some dimensions. So please go to annotation. Now we want to select the model item and select this one. So it shows how the dimension will be presented. Again, we're gonna select the other side if it's not showing up. So because they are already duplicated, so you don't need to add them. And now you can add your information. So right click on your paper, edit. So the double click and where you put the designer name. Now the title. So this is lab 9. And finally, we'll add the thread name. So thread external. Please save it into format. So the first format should be DRW. And again, the second format should be a PDF. And here you go. Have a nice one.